Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning back into my channel. My name is Mimi. If you are new here, come on in. On this channel, I do a variety of lifestyle content, so that's shopping hauls and speed cleans and all that good stuff. So if you like videos like that, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and that bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Today's video is probably the one that you've seen circulating all over everything on the internet these days, and it is my intentions for 2020 and my one little word. So stay tuned. So let's get into it. Before I can really get into my word of the year, I think I gotta go back to 2017. So 2017 was the trash. 2017 probably was one of the worst years that I probably can say that I've ever had on record. Before people start being like, oh, her husband was cheating. It was nothing like that. It was nothing dealing with my relationships with other people. 2017 was the year that I decided to do the work on myself. If you have ever done that work, I don't have to tell you how exhausting and sad and just trash. It's literally like breaking yourself down to build yourself back up, and it takes a lot of work. And a lot of people don't finish the work. It gets hard and they be like, you know what, I'm good where I'm at, I'ma just stay. But I was dedicated to doing the work, and I was dedicated to being this person that I knew I could be, so I kept at it. And yeah, 2017 was really hard. So I think my biggest challenge in 2017 was that I had a lot of fear. I was scared of a lot of things. I've always known that I was a creative at heart. I've always known that I was meant to do great things deep down inside, but I had just kind of bottled it up for so long. My kids were still rather young, and I just felt like, I needed to be this certain type of person. And so I went about doing that. And then in 2017, I was like, girl, this ain't gonna work. All this, what people want you to be, trying to stuff you in this box, and your crazy self decided to climb into it, and now you're suffocating. It's time to get out. So 2017 was really all about self-awareness and me saying, okay, I have these gifts. Yes, I can live the creative life I want, but sis, you're gonna have to do the work. So enter 2018. 2018 wasn't as trash, okay? Because if you've ever done a transformation, eventually it starts to get a little bit better. So 2018 was decent. I still had a few moments of fear creep in, and a few moments of, am I worthy of this? And can I do this? And all of these things. So I kind of struggled through that. But toward the end of 2018, things were pretty good. I was going into 2019, and I knew I'd be turning 40 in 2019. So I was really trying to be in a great place when I turned 40. So I I got turned up a little bit about being real dedicated to getting through, this, I don't know what you call it, being a better person type of thing. So enter 2019. 2019 owes me nothing. 2019 was a very good year for me, not necessarily in terms of accumulating a bunch of things, because I'm beyond that, but it really was I got seated in who I was. So if I had to go back and define each year, so 2017 kind of the lights got turned on. Like, I started to say, you know what, you are a creative being, you have talent, the world needs to see this. Turn the light on, girl. 2018 was kind of like, and I've done a video, I'll link it here, about humility. I was raised to be very humble and not kind of bring a lot of attention to myself. It was just kind of like, you do what you do, you don't have anything to prove to anybody, and you just kind of move around in silence. And while I still embrace many parts of that thought process, I am also embracing the fact that sometimes you got to, what they say, you got to slide your resume across the table sometimes. So 2018 kind of was that awakening for me. Like, people deserve to see you and what you can do and things of that nature. So I would think that 2017 was kind of like lights, and then 2018 and most of 2019 was like camera. Like, I really started to get comfortable with who I was and who I am, and understand that there were people out there doing things that I wanted to do who weren't quite as qualified. Not that that was any of my business, but by my standard, I'd be like, oh, I could do that, but I wouldn't have done it that way. Well, girl, then get out there and do it the way that you want to do it. So that kind of started to come to fruition in my thoughts in 2018 and 2019. So my word for 2020 is action. So we got lights, we got camera. 2020 is all about action. If you've ever tried to move and not have like all of the puzzle pieces fit together, then it's always like you're missing something. So it's like I took 2017 to, again, realize that I could live this life that I wanted. 2018 to 2019 told me, hey girl, it's okay to tell people how dope you are. It's okay to be unapologetic for getting out here and living your dreams and not having to explain anything to anybody. And then I think the missing piece that I started to get at the end of 2019 was the consistency part, was the actual part where I started to move. I'd always moved, but it never been like in a consistent manner outside of like my day-to-day stuff, like with my kids and stuff. But for my dreams, there was never like a consistent movement. Like, I'd be on it for a month and then I might fall off for 2 months. But toward the end of last year, I ended up getting a business coach. And I think that probably was the best thing I could have done. It just kind of showed me a certain level of discipline, and that I had to have accountability. Like, I had to say, hey, I did what you told me to do, and I think that I really needed that. So now it's kind of like I had these goals, and I'm like unapologetic about going after them. So I just, know in 2020 that action, like, I'm going to be moving. Sis is going to be out here getting it, okay? I'm going to be about that action. Indeed, actions speak louder than words. So, and that is why action is my word for 2020. Now, the funny thing about how did I decide action was going to be my word? Well, I'm glad you asked. Initially, I had toyed with a bunch of words, and action was not one of them. And then one day I was doodling. I was crafting or something at my desk, and I had some cardstock, and I just doodled the word action. Like, I just wrote it down, colored it in, did all that good stuff. And I had even done an Instagram story where I was like, hey, I used these pens that my neighbor gave me, and action just came to my mind. So I scribbled it here, and this might be my word for 2020. I'm not sure. And then it was amazing. Like, after that, it was like God was just showing me that was the word that he was giving me. After that, I saw another story where, if I can't find it, I'll paste it. I'll put it right here. Where Carrie Hilson had said something about action, and that action was actually a way of showing God that you were serious about what you said you were going to do, and that opened a gateway for him to start moving things in your favor. And then, like, other stuff just happened, like, within the days after that, where it just kind of confirmed to me that action was my word for 2020. So Sis is about to be about that action in 2020. So if you're not already following along, make sure you follow me on Instagram. I have just so many ideas and thoughts and just creative things that I want to put into the digital space this year, from my blog to here on YouTube and video. I have an idea for a book. I don't know if that will get done this year, but I just really am ready to free myself and move into my creative gifts. And it'd be nice if somebody was here to look at it or read it or whatever. So if you're not already following, my blog is right here. It's at unlikelymartha.com. Of course, you're here on my YouTube channel, so if you're not already subscribed, I'd love to have you. And all of my other social links are listed in the description box below. I'm very active on Instagram and Instagram stories. Love to have you over there. So yeah, here's to 2020. Happy New Year to you. Wishing you all of the success. In the new year, my upload schedule is likely going to be 2 to 3 videos a week. I'm thinking it's going to be Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Not sure yet, but again, I'm just going to kind of ramp things up over here on YouTube and just kind of get things going. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. Happy New Year. Tell me down in the description box below, if you are still watching this video, what is your word for 2020? Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video.